Hello and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching this. I am Stephanie McAuliffe, the Illuminator. Today we are exploring what if you're exactly where you are meant to be. In this week's blog, of which underneath the video I will post a link to, I wrote about energetic limbo. And this is sometimes where, for multiple reasons, we don't want to make a decision of a yes or a no. Because yes means we're committing to ourselves or we're committing to somebody else, and then there are expectations that come out of that. And sometimes saying no means it feels like we're cut off. And that there is no more potential, no more opportunity in this area. However, when you think of it, when you make a yes or a no your decision and articulate that answer, you are indicating to yourself and to the universe, whether you want to call it God, Spirit, the universe, your higher self, that you are trusting this one step that you are taking and making for yourself. Because when you say no to something, it doesn't mean that you can't course correct and then at a later date say yes to it. No may mean not now. So this is how you get out of energetic limbo. Because you can think of it from the other perspective. When you have asked someone for a decision on something and they don't answer, it can feel like they're still holding on to a piece of you and that there has not been closure. When you're not saying yes or no to something, this is the exact same thing that you are doing, either with yourself or with another person. So this is the importance of making a decision. And this is where we come back to, what if you are exactly where you're meant to be? Because you, your higher self, God, Spirit, the universe, is asking you to make a decision. And it can feel sometimes like you are in the middle of a chrysalis and you're pushing against the edges. And this is where we have been taught to look outside of ourselves for the answer. And there are times when there can be energy that's in the way of us knowing what to trust within ourselves. And Lord knows I was there. I, for many, many years, didn't want to make a decision because I had put my trust in people and places and things around me. And then when they didn't meet my expectations, when it came to make another decision, I didn't know what to trust. And so I continued to look for all of these things outside of myself until one day it really felt like my insides just collapsed within me. And this is Spirit was asking me to trust myself to make that yes or no decision of how I wanted to move forward. And it didn't mean a lifelong commitment, which is how it sometimes felt. It was really, am I saying yes or no to this next step that's right in front of me? So when you ponder the question of, am I exactly where I'm meant to be? What it does is it relieves you of some of the expectations, and it can be sober and reassuring as well, because it takes away some of the limitations of this can feel like a really, really huge decision, and it's not necessarily. It's sometimes that step that's right in front of you. It also takes you out of the place of creating a story. And we are marvelous, magnificent, at creating stories about what some of these things mean and why am I here. And it takes you out of that place of creating a big story around the decision, because it doesn't have to be a story. It can be as simple as, I'm being asked to make a decision, yes or no, which way do I want to go? Now, in the video that I did 2 weeks ago, I shared an exercise that you can do about stepping out of indecision and moving away from your ego. I will post a link to that as well. Because we are all exactly where we're meant to be, and it can feel really uncomfortable, but it doesn't have to be a big story. It doesn't have to be this big monumental decision. It can be asking the question of, what is the next right thing that I'm meant to be doing? And this is how we step out of the energetic limbo of looking for something outside of yourself to trust and coming back to the trust within yourself. And if this is something that you would like to explore, as always, you are invited to reach out, because sometimes, many times, we don't do this alone. And it is when we ask for guidance and assistance that the answer comes. Also, when we get out of the monkey mind of trying to figure things out and step into, what does your heart really want? I am Stephanie McAuliffe, the Illuminator, and I will see you back here again next week at a new time, Thursday mornings, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, which is noon Eastern. And we will continue the conversation. Have an awesome, awesome day, and let me know how this resonated with you.